Episode 33 of the Ghouls. It's live. But we're back. We're back. We apologize for the hiatus.
I don't. Fuck them.
I don't really either.
Fuck Ghoul Nation.
You're healing on the fans.
I don't give a shit about Ghoul Nation. I'm the heel, baby. I can say that. You're the baby face. Luke's the baby face everybody likes. I'm the guy everybody wants to see get his comeuppance. Well, guess what? There's not going to be any comeuppance except for the people at fucking Bent Ruger. Because
Bent Ruger, yeah.
That's a alteration in the name of our place. Also, you messed up
the name of the Ghouls fan. It's not the Ghoul Nation. It's the Sick Ghoul Podcast Club.
Oh, the Sick Ghoul Podcast Club. Oh, yeah, like Mox. You see him lose that jiu-jitsu thing? John Moxley, that was a professional wrestler who's one of these guys who he just talks about pain all the time, and he's like, oh, we're gonna train, we're gonna do jiu-jitsu. He got his ass beat by a fucking.
He calls it death jitsu. Death jitsu.
He should call
That's really cool when you're 16.
Yeah, you should call it penis in his ass, and it wouldn't be as gay.
Yeah, it was pathetic, and he lost to some
Whataburger employee.
Always tweet it, and they say he lost to a Whataburger employee. It's like, yeah, remember when Steve Austin went and did that karate tournament and got knocked out in the first round by a guy who stocks bags a giant? What?
That's why he beat up Booker T. He was so mad about it.
In the grocery store.
Yeah. But let me tell you something about this. We got an email about the in-unit inspections they're doing here, but they were so vague about what it's from. So I'm going to take a shit on the carpet tomorrow and let them find it.
I don't want. Please don't do that.
I'm not going to do that. But and when they're here, because Luke works from home, I don't. When they're here, if you don't you got to yell at them about those roaches. Have you seen them out there?
I don't. I honestly I really.
You don't care.
I don't care about the roaches.
All right. Well, I care.
I'm sorry, but
so you're not going to say anything?
What could they do about it?
Spray. Hire an exterminator.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Can you do me a favor and mention to them, say, can you please hire an exterminator?
Yeah, but I will do that. But
you're not going to do it.
No, I am going to do it. But what do you think they're going to do about it when I say, can you please hire an exterminator?
They're going to hire an exterminator.
They won't.
They will.
We called them in like last year about locks on the doors, and they took away locks.
Yeah, but they don't care. Like, this is different in that if people see, no one's going to notice locks on the doors if they're given a tour. If somebody walks in, we don't
just need a locksmith.
We need a schmee.
We need a locksmith.
Luke, can we get out of here next year? We stayed here another year. Oh, yeah. We got to get out of here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought, yeah. Definitely.
I regret staying here so much.
Why?
Why? No, you were the one who wanted to stay. I hate this place.
Oh, this is why I get so. Why would you tell me that you wanted to?
You were the one who suggested staying because you didn't want to move the couch.
Well, you say you should have told me you wanted to leave.
That's okay. It's not that bad. It gets so hot in the room. That's what kills me.
Oh, I mean,
that's why I sleep out here.
No, maybe we can move. You have a space in your window for. Yeah, you're right.
I always feel like a bitch for sleeping on the couch because you have to walk past me. There are days I wake up. I had to change the sheet the other day in the bedroom because I soaked it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
With my piss, but
not true.
Still, but these fuckers, in-unit inspections, what is this, a college cocksucking dorm? What, are they coming with a black light to look for semen like it's an old all-boys school? I'm going to leave all my fucking empty Corona bottles out for them to find. I'm going to jack off in a condom and leave that there.
Yeah.
In this place, they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves with the fucking lack of communication, with the bullshit fake highs. It's so phony, these people. Sandy, who works here, she's a pig. Fuck her. Hope she gets a fucking flat tire tomorrow. Everybody, Norris Hill. I don't know who Norris is. I imagine it's after the town.
I don't know why it's called Norristown. It's within Norristown. But.
Right. I'd like to be buried under the hills after living in this. You're really going to tell them about there have been a lot of roaches out by the washing machine and by our doors.
I'll say it.
I don't believe you.
Okay, but I'm telling you, I'd say it. I'll say it.
There. If you look out there now, there are roach guts in the middle of the thing.
Yeah, there's also like 3 bikes out.
Yeah, and it's filthy back there from them painting. Think about this. Imagine bringing a girl over here and she sees roaches outside, and then after 15 minutes she has to leave. Imagine you take a girl out to a movie and to dinner.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If that happened, I would be fucking fuming way more than if some homeless person came in and stabbed me.
Oh yeah, true.
If I was in the mood to get some puss and I couldn't because these fucking assholes who run this place, and they have to be disciples of Jews. They have to be following in them.
Disciples.
Yeah.
The Holy Load Burger.
They're just doing this on behalf of the Jews to fuck with me.
Fuck with me. Maybe.
That's what the problem is with these Jews. They're spiteful creatures.
I'm not really saying it to be combative. I'm not saying it to be like just to cause a controversy. Now, I'm trying to piss you off, but I really don't. The roaches really don't bother me. I don't know why they don't.
Look up the diseases roaches carry.
I don't really care. I don't know what disease do they carry.
Luke, you don't like vomit, right?
Yeah.
Vomit is like nicer than half the shit roaches crawl through and then crawl all over your stuff.
Yeah, well, again, I don't know.
You got to think. I'm surprised you of all people don't care, because that's really, when you think about how disgusting they are.
Yeah.
Roaches are among the most disgusting fucking things.
I know they're disgusting, but like I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't bother me.
All right, I'm gonna look something. I'm gonna read something.
Go ahead, please.
This is Ghoul Nation, please. And again,
no, I know I'm wrong. I'm
not
saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I know I'm wrong.
At least they're not in our apartment. That's what I like, that our door comes all the way down. But a few times, I've had to, like, the brooms. The last time I broke the broom, I had to fucking kill 5 roaches out there that were crawling trying to get in our apartment, and I just sweep them up into the dustpan and throw them outside. It's disgusting, and they're giant, and some of them can fly.
That's the one thing that does. It's like you're walking, you see this
Yeah, they're fast too.
Just like a gigantic, like the size of a quarter, like a black quarter movement. What the? I was like, oh, it's a roach. That's insane.
That's actually Spud Webb.
Who's that?
He was the 5'5" NBA player who could dunk.
Yeah,
he was a little roach.
Webb. Yeah, it was Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah. You know, Michael Jordan yelled at him once, "Shoot it, you midget!"
Really?
And apparently he never got his confidence. It's like an old wives' tale, but he yelled at him and he bricked the shot. And then I used to call him Milky Bowl.
Milky Bowl?
Yeah, because I picture him eating cereal, and then he eats all the cereal, but then the milk left.
Milky Bowl. So how have you been the last 2 weeks? We haven't spoken in 2 weeks.
I know, we're walking on eggshells in the Ghoul headquarters.
Consistently, yeah.
I've been going to comedy more than I have in months.
Yeah,
it's insane. I've gone every night. I went Sunday, no, not Sunday. Took Sunday off, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, going tonight, going tomorrow, going Saturday maybe. Yeah, I might go see the Gibson show Saturday.
Oh, okay. Are you going Friday?
Tomorrow there's the show. We're recording on a Thursday for everyone. Tomorrow there's the show.
Westchester, yeah.
Dolan, Raph, Tay, Andrea.
Yeah, it's great.
Are you coming?
I might.
I'm probably gonna go just because seeing Dolan around Raph is so funny.
Oh yeah, they're really good. They're all great guys.
We got to get them on. You think Dolan come on the show?
Yeah, he could.
Probably not. I mean, he definitely could. I don't know if he'd want to.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Maybe Raph.
That's how I feel about I don't think Tom will want to come on the show. He says he wants Connors.
Tom Connors wouldn't want to come on the show.
I don't think he would.
Yes, he would. He's our biggest fucking hater.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
He's our frenemy. Tom Connors would love to come on. Come on. I'm gonna go to the mic tonight, and I'm gonna invite somebody. I'm going to watch Shmee play at JJ Mallon's.
Play at JJ Mallon's.
I'm going to the Good Hang before it. I'm going to find somebody off the wall and ask him to do it. I'm going to ask Campbell to come again sometime too. I want to have it one day with 4 of us where it's 2 people who are completely unrelated. They know each other, but they're unrelated. Like, that's my favorite thing about the late night shows, when like fucking you'd be watching Letterman and there'd be like fucking Bradley Cooper would be on the couch, but then they'd bring out like Neil deGrasse Tyson and you'd watch them interact.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's the fun of it for me. I'm laying on the couch, baby. Look at me stretch.
Yeah, nothing's really been going on. Just working.
That's you started a new job, fully remote, so Luke's home all the time now. How do you like it?
It's really good. Really like it a lot. Some days I wish like I was kind of like this. I was talking to one guy I work with, and he was telling me he was training me on some software, and he told me he comes in 1 day a week. I go, I might do that. And to think about, like, if I picked 1 day a week to go in the office,
that'd be good.
No, the day I'd wake up, like, oh, fuck, I don't want to go in the office at all.
Yeah, but you'd do that if you worked 5 days. Like, anybody would do that. That's you're not lazy.
Well, the worst part about, like, when I first got my first remote job, and then I went from my first, like, job where I could work from home, then go in the. Then I got another job where I worked full time in the office.
Yeah, you get ruined to it.
It sucks, and I'm worried this is going to be a lot worse. Like,
how do you always find these remote jobs?
I don't. So most office jobs have hybrid. You can work from home some days, not all the time. That's what you usually find. But this job, I typed in like my job title that I had previous, and I found this, and I go, oh, I've seen that before, and I applied, and. They hired me based on my experience with cameras. So this is the best paying job I've used my degree for.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's very good.
I really like my job, and when I wake up, I'm still like Sometimes
That's how if
I say to myself, I would rather be dead than go into it. You said that to me the one day.
I've said that all the time.
You said, I would rather be dead than do what you do.
Oh, so would I. Yeah.
So would I. You're the one who said, no, I'm alive. But
no, I when I was working at down my little time in Secaucus, when I was driving an hour 45. I wasn't suicidal.
Drove an hour 45.
One way back. Yeah. I haven't told that story enough.
You know that JBL actually beat up the Blue Meanie?
Yeah, Taz was the first ECW. Taz and Mike Wallace first time in ECW and WCW star wrestled and stupid shit.
The Fat Chicks Thriller.
When I was
talk about suicidal, Mike Austin, he fucking hanged himself,
he
didn't
he? Yeah. But I wasn't suicidal when I was working out at Secaucus, but at that hour drive, I thought, if I can get horribly mangled in a car accident and not to do this job anymore in this commute, I'd be very happy.
That's how I feel at my job, and I'm well on my way. I got bitten again today at work by the kiddies. One of the kids, he gnawed on my fingers. It was just a nibble, actually, but this kid, they gave this kid...
It was nibbled, but you still have Band-Aids.
He broke skin.
So it was a bite. It wasn't a nibble. It was a gnaw.
It was one of those things, so we were restraining him, and I had one arm. He was in a chair, and like
do you want to talk about this on the...
Yeah, this isn't bad. This is just, listen, I'm a healthcare hero. We were restraining the kid, and he had his finger, like I had my finger. We do it where one person has one arm. So your trust is in the other person for them not to bite you. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're holding this kid's arm so he can't get them, and they're holding the arm so he can't get you. But the woman who was holding his arm, she's not big, and this kid's like almost my height. He's 14. But he started like... He had his, for the video listeners, he had his teeth like up, like right against it, and I was trying to pull it away, and it's almost like, the way your foot gets those like clear marks from rubbing in a sandal.
Yeah.
And those are like, the shower is going to be miserable with this.
Oh.
And I don't even want to start to talk about fisting a woman's ass, but
God forbid.
I did that, not her ass, thank God, but to her front. And I said, wow, yeah, I was fisting you. And she said, you were fisting me? I didn't even notice. Never talked to her again after that, because if a whore says that to you, she's a fucking pig.
This is how prude I am. That just seems so painful for her to go through.
Well, I do it with roaches on my hands. So
maybe it's not bad.
Yeah.
That just seems so painful.
No, they like it.
They like that?
Yeah. Some of the women are wide. If they have wide hips, a lot of times they have wide
I don't
snatch.
understand how they could like having the.
They like being all filled up.
Yeah, but that seems painful. It seems like...
Well, once you get your hand through there, you can kind of expand it a little bit.
Oh my! It seems like a sci-fi like death scene with
Well,
an
what
alien.
the women really like, and this could be a great
curve,
reel.
I understand.
They go the in and up,
yeah.
so then you get the third in, and then they're so lubricated that you just go in. I'm not talking about like... I feel like an Eppolite Lavelle set. It's not in up to like here or something. It's just in like to here, and your hand is craned like this, and you're like... Take a look at it, whore.
Like Mario.
And then they like to eat it. They like to put it in their mouth after.
Yeah, but honestly,
it's disgusting.
It sounds disgusting.
Women are fucking pigs. Women are absolute garbage.
But I was like, I
love them.
I was on a walk today, and I was thinking about like women that give blowjobs.
It's disgusting.
How could they like that? How could anybody especially men? How could men? That's also another story. But like, that just seems gross. It just that shows you my incel thoughts.
Licking a dick. How about licking a gash?
It all seems gross.
I hate.
Why do you do it then?
Oh, I try not to.
Oh, okay, yeah. It just seems everything about sex just seems so gross. Being on the outside looking in, being a devout Catholic who's in preschool at St. Charles Borromeo and who's not having sex, it just seems gross.
Well, St. Charles Borromeo, Galileo.
That was one of my first career choices when I was a kid. I wanted to be a priest.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest. I felt like, and I'm living the life as a priest right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I don't have sex, but
me too, with the way I steal funds from churches
and mouthfuck children. Hey-o. I was like, we took a tour one time when I think I was a sophomore in high school to St. Charles.
That was sick.
St. Charles Borromeo
How
High
could you
School.
say that?
Mouthfuck
Mouthfuck children. My God, Luke.
I'm a Christian. I'm just joking.
That was bad. I mean, it's not as bad as roaches, but it's not
as bad as roaches.
I'm gay though. I'm trans.
But we took a tour of high school of the preschool, St. Charles Borromeo, and it was like they never invited us back because the kids were like they stole like a pair of like one of the priests like reading glasses was on like a pew and some kid stole it.
P.U.
Yeah, P.U.
But that last name Pew, P-U-G-H, is really scummy. It's
I
like
know a buddy. My buddy's last name's Pew.
Yeah, me too. But is there a comic named Pew?
No.
Huh. But Mike Steve used to say with this woman named Pew we worked with, P.U. and then the other guy, the guy who said I hate my son.
Yeah.
He would say, man.
Well, tell the listeners.
All right, there's a guy who worked with us. We would come in at this supermarket in the morning, and we'd be like, "What's wrong, man?" Oh, excuse me, nigga. And we'd be like, "What's wrong, man?" And he'd go, my fucking son's an asshole." And his son has a second kid on the way. And because he had the first one and then was posting, does anyone have any bartending shifts like I can pick up during the week at night? I have experience. Then 6 months later, we're pregnant, so it's good. It's good he can take care of them.
Yeah, if someone's gonna comment, yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
That's such a fucking like.
Well, the good thing about Wilkes-Barre is that people are falling down from opioids every day, so jobs open.
Yeah, but nobody would. I mean, like, I guess maybe in Wilkes-Barre, but like anybody, that's just unemployed people being like, "Oh, I am looking for jobs."
Yeah.
Anybody have
this
any?
guy's a loser.
Anybody have any shifts at 11 to 4 p.m. 83,000 a year? Anybody have those?
Yeah. If you're Jewish, but that's
true.
The guy said, "Yeah, my son's an asshole." And then he was saying to the kid, he's like, "I'll tell you what, you got lucky with that last kid, but this second one, if this one doesn't come out black with the woman you're with, I'm shocked."
That is fucking funny.
And once he was with his wife, and the wife's, he's remarried, his wife's stepkid, or his wife's kid, his stepkid. His wife said to the daughter in the car, and she was in her 20s, she was like a wild child.
Yeah.
And she goes to him, "Listen, let's just get it out in the open. You like fucking the blacks, and that's all there is to it." And this guy told me, he said, "Otis," he's like 55. He goes, "I almost drove off the road laughing so hard." They also told him they were at a funeral, and he said his wife said to him, "It should be you in that box, not." So I'm not going to say the guy's name, but
I haven't understood that. Like that, I guess I never understood this. Oh, you fuck black guys thing. Is it because they're a worse race to the person saying it's like when the person saying? Is it because
it shows that a woman's been beaten in? She's been broke. It's like a car with 6 owners.
I've always thought it was like the big dick stereotype.
Well, yeah, you can never believe that you're hurting a woman with your dick after she's fucked a black, unless it's Uncle Tone.
That is, yeah, true.
Chris Paul.
How about Uncle Tone?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You still could hurt her with it if she fucked Uncle Tone. He's 5'3". He's a friend of ours who's 5'3", and that means
but like
if women can criticize men's height.
So is it just it's the whole stereotype about black guys?
Well, talk to Combs about it, because he and I agree. Pablo too. There's no one more upset to find out a white girl's been with the black guy than a black guy.
Yeah, they
want to believe they're the first one. They're like, "Yo, I'm gonna put this black dick in you."
Yeah. Well, I don't think I ever have those.
You never think about? Oh my God! No. If I were full black, I would, because that's why guys like watching Black Raw. Mike Steve was telling me this. He goes, "I can't stop watching it because I just like to see what these women will do to themselves. I like to see how far they'll get."
I never got into. No, I never got in.
Well, I mean, part of it is you have to see like these women, like you think about their families, and you think about when she was like getting her first communion, and you think like, did something already go wrong that much then? Did the father not raise?
So you really appreciate the lure of these women.
Well, yeah, you think about it, because how does a woman end up getting 8 guys shoving dicks in her at once? Like, you think she's had you think you're skipping through the lily fields, and then you're there just getting blacked raw.
Yes, yeah, the Damon Lily fields.
Yeah, the Damon.
No,
that's actually a prison farm. But oh God, Damon Lilly would be a great guest on this show. He wouldn't be able to sit on this couch because he'd blend in like a chameleon.
Yeah, he would.
He's our black friend. We love him. He matters. But God, they like that because it's like, it's just like, don't make me say it, Luke. It's like fucking the animals.
Well, you said it. I wasn't making you say anything. You chose to say that.
It's like fucking animals. It's like fucking wild beasts. And I say that because when I get in the sack, I'm something of a passionate man. I start to take on animalistic qualities.
That's why it doesn't make sense to me, is because like, okay, it's like having sex with an animal to some people's opinion.
Right, not mine, of course.
I'm
actually just describing the perspective of why people would make that. I'm mixed, so I'm fine with anything.
But like, is it like okay? So if she had sex with a black guy, it's like fucking an animal. But like, what if she had sex with a Mexican?
It's worse.
Is it worse? What's worse to you?
Well,
probably.
no, it's not worse because the dick's not. It's the big dick. They're all
so
stretched out.
Okay, so it's the big dick.
What would you do? And I'm serious about this. If you found out that all over your car, would you want to sit in there anymore? If you found out that he drove it for a week?
No.
Then you found like an old like Arby's wrapper in there, just like you would in a woman's cunt.
I don't even eat Arby's.
You find like a black guy. You find like an old fucking EBT card in there.
You find a Newport butt in the.
Yeah. Now imagine that. Like you've got, and I'll tell you what, the women that black guys try to fuck make look like a pipsqueak, but still, they like to just take out our horse-assed white queens.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you notice like the fucking of the world aren't fucking blacks because they don't give a shit about her and her boogieboard teeth. but you ever notice she takes selfies where she uses the camera to block her mouth because she's embarrassed about her teeth?
Yeah,
I saw her taking one of those in person. Just bleep out the name. No one will know who I'm talking about. Her and her red hair and her lousy comedy in Philadelphia. Bleep out that part too. But like they're fucking horse ass volleyball women. That's who they're fucking. And tall women like to fuck them because they feel like they can't get enough from the regular whites.
Here's a question for you.
Little Joe is not satisfying some 5'10" volleyball woman.
No, he satisfies me though. I love
Bow,
Little Joe.
bow, bow. He says that all the time. We got to get him on the show.
Oh, I'd love to have Little Joe on the show.
Sick Ghouls, so we could have.
That'd be fucking great. We gotta have him on the show.
I love Little Joe. We love it. Joe's a comic.
So would you rather so if you see Sydney Sweeney, let's
Woo!
take her. Would you rather her be?
She's fucked blacks. She has to have.
No,
all celebrities.
Don't ruin her for me. Would you rather her be with I'm trying to think of a person that we could say, would you rather? Okay, gun to your head. Would you rather her have sex with me or Jack Harlow? Who would you pick?
You.
Oh, okay, good. So you're not that racist.
I hate Jack Harlow.
So you'd rather her to have sex with okay, so would you rather her have sex
with you or Ed Sheeran? Ed.
Not Ed Sheeran. I'm trying to think of a wigger. Who's a famous wigger?
Kevin
Federline or Wayne Brady?
Well, Wayne Brady's a fag.
So am I. You chose me.
That is correct. That's tough. Man. Luke, you stumped me.
Really?
They're both bad. Like the girls ruined. I would never date. No, that's right. You have to accept that. The truth is, I joke a lot, but the fact of the matter is in today's world with celebrities, but especially with girls, like if a girl went to Temple, she's fucked a black. If a girl went to Drexel, she still has hope. Yeah. But she's probably.
Oh, those are pretty great terms. Actually, that's a great. Yeah, that's a great. Yeah.
And she's like, I work with women who went to Temple. Maybe we should. I've worked in the past with women who went to Temple, and I didn't even think to go up and ask them if they've been with blacks because I just know. Like how when you see a woman, it's like you've been with blacks, haven't you?
Well, would you rather be with a woman who's never been with a white girl who's been with blacks, or be with a black girl who's only been with whites?
Stop it.
What would you do?
I don't fuck black women. Okay.
Would you rather have a chocolate chip cookie or a chocolate cookie with macadamia nuts in it? That's kind of, I don't know why. That was a stupid comparison. I apologize.
No, I've only fucked one black woman. I've told this story before. I
don't count.
I fucked 1.5 black women. No, you were a man that day. You're gender fluid.
Oh, thank you.
I actually only consent to having sex with people who are gender fluid when they're men. When they're women, they rape me. That's why I'm pressing charges against fucking a Rolodex full of people. I go up to Ben Staub and I say, I'm gender fluid. What are you today?
What do you say? Oh, cool.
He got fired from his job with kids.
Yeah.
Because he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We'll bleep the name, but people joke that I'm not fit to be around kids when I actually am. But it's like
I think anybody listening to this podcast would disagree with that.
I went up to our friend, a comic friend of ours, Ty Wood. I said to her the other day, because she works with kids too, and I said, "Are you and I the two least likely educators in Philly comedy?" And she said, "Well, we have to be." Ty would be good on this show.
Oh, I love to have Ty on the show.
Ty and Sam together.
That would be great.
Then we could tie up Sam and get him to fuck up Gaza or something.
Yeah.
Stop fucking up Gaza.
So, speaking of funnies, is still going on.
Yes, we saw Joe G go through
Joe
last
went
week.
Through.
Mike, my friend Michael Mack, or our friend Michael Mack didn't. But am I sitting enough so you could see my face?
They would see you.
All right. I like laying down. It makes us stand out.
It's like therapy, kind of.
Well, yeah, and I'm trans. But our friend Michael Mack had a good set. The last 2 nights of Funniest that I was at were Tuesday and Wednesday.
They were great nights of Funniest.
You weren't even there the second night.
The one night I went to with
that was
Mac.
a great night.
Oh my God!
If every night were like that at Funniest, I would go all the time. I mean, this year hasn't been too. I think it's because I'm not in it. I don't feel stressed out about it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I don't.
I'm stressed out.
All I
about it.
stressed out about last year was, God, I hope this fringe person doesn't come to mine because then I have to go to theirs. Like the main guys, I'm going to everybody's. But when it's like, I'm not going to name names, but when a straggler comes and he's like, yeah, I'm going to come. Oh, you don't have any comps left? I'll just buy a ticket. Please don't. Please don't. That happened to me last year a couple times.
Yeah, I had someone on my list that didn't show up, and
Who was it, Steve?
Combs. He showed up late.
Yeah, Combs showed up with the last comic on stage.
Yeah, and then whatchamacallit,
As did Tay Fish.
I didn't put Dolan on my list, and I was like, okay, well, so I paid for a ticket before he.
What, you paid for Chris Dolan's and
Yeah.
said just give him say it's a comp?
Yeah.
Really? That was so. I would have done the same thing.
I did not want him to. I would have felt like such a fucking nincompoop if that.
Well, I mean, I know, and especially Chris. He's practically begging for he's in the street.
He's broke.
Chris, honest to God, Chris, I worry about his well-being. I think he's getting into interpretive dance. That's how you know somebody's really done for. Alan, what do you think?
He claimed a taste for freeform jazz.
Remember that in SpongeBob? He goes.
Yeah.
He does a Neanderthal thing with jazz, black music. Way to go, Jews. But Alan, shows what they think of us. We talked about this before. Shameless. That's just what rich people think of the poors.
What?
That's literally it. The show's Shameless. It's just rich people's opinion of poor people.
And fucking idiots that
That's what they think of
the
us.
upper class makes the show Shameless to portray the lower class, and it gets eaten up by the middle class. The fucking morons.
That's brilliant.
That's exactly what that shit is. That's my buddy Mike was telling me how not Mike Steve, Michael Ziff. I love Michael Ziff, but he was
Michael Ziff.
He's a Hebrew. He was telling me that.
Not good, Luke.
I know. I'm sorry, Alan, but he was telling me he was talking about the bear. He goes, "Oh,
Fuck the bear. That's for fucking cunts who work in restaurants and think they're saints for it.
So stupid.
Pigs, whores. Go on.
He was saying like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Oh yeah, you got to watch the bear." I go, "No, I've seen clips of the bear of them screaming. It reminds me.
I
of
want 3 fucking tables.
Yeah, but the scene where everyone's yelling about the fight at the fucking Thanksgiving dinner.
Never watched it.
And I'm like, that reminds me a lot of my fucking family.
There were screaming matches on Thanksgiving at my house. There were fist fights at times.
Yeah, it was like
Christmas.
I don't want to.
I told you about my cousins fist fighting over Madden on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
and they weren't like 13 when they did this. They were like 20.
Yeah.
They fucking ruined Christmas. They got in a fist fight, and I had to go home.
My uncle and my grandparents got in a fight over Mother's Day because my grandfather referred to China as the Orient.
Your mother yelled at him for
my
that?
Uncle and my grandparents.
Your grandparents got angry about saying the Orient?
No, my uncle got angry at them saying the Orient.
What did he say?
He was yelling because they don't want to be referred to as that.
I call him Chinaman.
Well, he's an Irish person, so he's like God, so he has to correct everybody.
Yeah, the Irish, they've never been racist except every time they've ever lived.
Yeah.
But Notre Dame, I hate people like that. And here come the fucking Irish.
They're the Kennedy, Notre Dame Kennedy
I remember
people.
we talked about that.
They're great people, but my uncle is a fucking great cook, so I don't say anything when he gets like that.
He should be on the bear.
He should be, yeah. He'd be a lot more gay.
Let's see, what else we had? We could talk about the Wrath Mic last night. We had a good time last night. Joe G hosted the Wrath Mic.
Yeah, it was overbooked. No, it was oversold to us, though.
A little bit, yeah. I would say. I mean, I had
the fucking the debate. The debate. We didn't talk about the
Yes,
Trump.
we did the last time.
No, we didn't. It was that was before the debate.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're old. Biden's a disgrace and should drop out. Trump's a prick for being such an asshole to an old retard, but what else is he supposed to do?
Exactly, yeah.
But I mean, when they came back and they were applauding Trump, did you see that in his war room? He came backstage and immediately they all applauded.
I didn't see that. No.
And it's like, yeah, you beat up an old fucker. maybe I'll go to the retirement home and fucking put a pillow over somebody's head and then come back here and find Luke and Alan doing the fucking cha-cha welcoming me back in.
I didn't think Biden, for what I know of Biden,
He didn't look that bad.
he didn't look that bad. But you see these people that are like, we got to find a replacement. I go,
No shit.
well, yeah, you do. Now you need to find a replacement?
Luke, 7 different people, 7 called me a Nazi in 2020 for saying that Biden was too old.
Yeah.
Not even that I like Trump. A friend of mine's girlfriend said that's like Nazi talk.
Yeah, it is.
Saying Joe Biden's too old to be the
Yeah.
president is Nazi talk?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Me saying that doesn't harm black people nearly as much as Joe Biden's policy.
No,
So
he's the main reason why blacks are in prison.
say, well, Nazis went after the Jew. Yeah, I'm sure Hitler would have been fine with blacks. You're right. Yeah. Hey, blacks, come on in. Yeah,
But,
Adolf Hitler. Yeah, good.
Yeah, like I went to a party the next day after the debate, and I was talking to people at a party. Go, man, Biden did not sound good last night. I go, last night?
He hasn't sounded good.
Where were
since
you the last 5 fucking years?
He got dementia and became tolerant of gays. That's where things really went down.
Yeah, true. But yeah, he's like, I mean, but again, like I don't know who they're gonna replace him with.
They have no one. That's the problem of using a guy in 2020 to just suck off the last bit of credibility that Obama had.
Yeah.
Like, you notice Obama's not even going around Biden now because he knows it's over. It's like George Bush and fucking McCain in 2008.
But Biden, like, the Democrats are still going to win the election.
Yeah, they're going to cheat.
Yeah.
Trump is leading in every poll in every swing state right now.
As he should, because he can form a sentence.
Yeah. I like when, did you see there's a new Biden commercial that shows him signing, like there's a shot at the beginning, because all this stuff is done purposefully. They have like, for frames, they have fucking like experts that make so much money in there.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say what they are. It was a Jewish doctor. But they have Biden signing a thing with a bunch of fucking handlers around him.
Uh-huh.
And they all applaud when he signs, like with the implication being that I know he's the president, but you're really getting a team of people around. So you're admitting that the election's a load of shit, and that's why I don't vote. And tell me it's the most important election in my life.
They had a thing where like one of his guys on his team were saying, we're gonna have a debate, a big boy debate, and it's like a big boy debate for the president. Wow, aren't we so lucky?
Yeah, I mean we should have. I mean I would hope it's a big them debate.
It's true. Yeah,
They them
debate. Hey, come on, I'm a woman now. I'm a I'm transgender.
I'm Jill. My wife Joe is coming over here. My son Bo is dead.
Did you see the one where he was like, yeah, I'm proud to be the first president, first black woman vice president?
He said that?
He said that.
I'm proud to be the first president, the first black woman.
First black woman vice president? Jonisha Biden.
I would vote for Joe Biden over Kamala. I hate her.
Yeah, Kamala's was just black Hillary.
Yeah.
She's hotter black Hillary. I think Hillary Clinton.
She's less hot black Hillary.
She's less hot black Hillary?
Hillary was hot in the 70s, man.
I honestly think she's not bad looking for being a lizard.
80-year-old now.
Being a lizard, 70-year-old lizard. I think she's really hot.
God, I can't believe she killed Epstein. Isn't that nuts that they got away with that?
No, they control the world.
Did you ever see that video where they said to Bill Clinton, "Did you kill Epstein?" And he goes, "You saw that, right?"
Yeah. All right.
Well, my wife's a bitch. Listen,
Hell,
I beat Bob Dole.
Hell, looks like the guy finally got the Jeff. We can finally, fuck kids in peace now.
Listen, I've been on that boat. I've been on that island.
I don't think Hillary Clinton had sex with children. No, I think Bill.
She just drinks their blood.
Yeah, Bill does.
What if she rapes little boys?
Hillary? Hill dog? No.
Not my hill dog.
Not my hill. No, I don't think Hillary Clinton would do that.
I don't think she has a sexual bone in her body.
I think she'd kill him. I think she'd definitely kill him.
Yeah. That just shows that you don't like to see women embracing their sexuality. Like when Hillary Clinton bites into the neck of a sexual partner, she's just decimated with her disturbing cunt, and then the blood leaks out of the guy's neck.
Well, they had Chelsea. I can't imagine how Chelsea Clinton's childhood was.
Dad, can you stop fucking me in the mouth, please, and go be the president?
I wouldn't say it was like that.
I said it to Mike once, and this was still when Trump was in office. I said, so if you had to choose, because I went up and said a bunch of awful things.
Shocked.
And I said...
You? No.
Yeah, I said if you had to choose between... if you were going out of town for a weekend and there were kids like your kids or some kids that you really loved and cared about, who would you pick to babysit them? Bill Clinton or me? if you even have to think about it, then maybe he's not such a good guy. Because everybody was like, "Oh, tough one."
Yeah.
And it's like, do I want my kids to be raped or be around a drunk?
Before all this stuff came out, my grandma, like, she's a stone cold Republican, but she was like saying that, like, the one Democrat president I always liked was Bill Clinton, and I was like, I always wondered why. Probably because he's attractive.
Oh, women loved him.
Yeah.
And after a fucking couple of squares like Reagan and George Bush, you get a young hot guy in there.
Was Reagan a square though? Or I always thought he was funny when he would do jokes.
Dude, he was an old square. Like I'm sure he was cool when he was young in Hollywood,
Okay.
but he's the guy. They still sell those shirts at like commies. No. And then fucking he brought the crack into the black neighborhoods. I can't believe he got away with that. That's so sick.
I like Nixon and Futurama.
Oh, the head, yeah.
That's very
Nixon
funny.
established the Environmental Protection Agency.
Really?
Uh-huh. A lot of people don't know that. It's the EPA. It's still around.
How do you find out about it? Do you just read about it?
Yeah, it's just you find out over the years. And I've watched some docs and stuff, and that's what it is. Oh my God, this fucking hurts. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I have hand sanitizer in the mood.
I took the Band-Aid off. That's gonna kill me in this. Look, you see how it's like? It's because he gnawed. He is like.
I'm gonna vomit on the. That's
Well, it's not. It's don't think of that. His teeth were roaches, so it's okay.
You're not gonna let you. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm affected. I'm not affected by it.
Will you please say something?
I'll say
all right,
something.
Fine. It's because you're black and you can
Well, I'm a
communicate with them. He can communicate with them through language because they're roaches.
That was very high quality of you, and that was like picture perfect.
Woo! We found the new thumbnail for this.
Did you ever watch? That's be a great thumbnail. Did you ever watch the show on Cartoon Network, Mucha Lucha?
Yes.
The Flea. Remember the Flea?
Oh, the Flea.
The Flea.
And then I'm super crazy.
Super crazy. I am
Psychosis.
super. And I am crazy. He is super crazy.
I'll tell you what's super crazy, folks.
Voting for Joe Biden. That's super crazy.
The border.
The border is crazy. Super crazy is going to do a moonsault off the border wall and get a 2 count.
In AEW, he would.
Oh, yeah. That's a shit comment.
Kazuchika Okada!
The whole gimmick with Okada now is back to wrestling talk. I apologize to the listeners that don't watch wrestling.
He's good in this. He's funny in AEW.
That's all he does. Shut
Bitch.
up. Shut up, bish. That's like every Chinese kid I was talking to in high school curse. Shut up, bish.
Well, you know how everybody has said several times in their lives, man, I wish that barely fluent Asian would talk more. I want to hear all his chings and pings.
Yeah,
I really do.
I want to see Ichiro do a press conference. I can't wait to see that.
Ichiro had an incredible fucking interview once. When he came over, they asked him, the baseball player, you mean, right?
Yeah.
They asked him, I think I told this on the show too. I don't care. I'll repeat myself. The president can do what I can. They said, what's your favorite phrase you've learned in America? And he said, I heard someone say, man, it's hotter than 2 weasels fucking in a sock.
It's hotter than 2 weasels fucking in a sock.
Bob Costas, I think, was interviewing him, and he lost it.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I saw a clip of that. That was very funny. That was very funny.
Did you ever see when Vince McMahon and Bob Costas got into it?
Oh, yeah.
That was incredible.
I still hold a special place in my heart.
I'd go to fight for Vince any day. I think
that's one person, like, I really want to meet is Vince McMahon.
He was at the Planet Fitness in Wilkes-Barre once at like 4 a.m. in 2019.
Yeah. There's no way I would be able to. Yeah,
if I'd have known he was going to be there, I'd have
if I
gone.
would have known, I would have gone. But there's no way I would have walked in. I would never go to a gym at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That was the same day I met fucking Charlotte and Andrade, and I said hi, and they grimaced at me.
Yeah.
Fuck Charlotte. She's a great wrestler, but fuck
she's
Charlotte.
number 2 of the 4 horsewomen for me.
Yep. I think Sasha's now 4th.
Sasha's always been 4th for me.
Bailey's been 4th.
Bailey's
for me.
always
Sorry,
been
Marco.
3rd for me. Sorry, Marco.
Becky's
1.
Becky's incredible, and this is even when she was the last kicker. She was awesome.
Yeah.
She's over the hill.
I met
now.
her.
I know. I'm jealous, dude. I'd love to meet her. She's one of the few wrestlers I'd really like to meet that I'd care about talking to.
I want to meet Cena. I've always wanted to meet
Oh
Cena.
my God. Well, Luke, I have cancer.
Broke my heart.
What? That he's retiring?
Broke my heart.
Luke, it's for the best. He's in rough shape.
I looked at the I didn't see the match they had at Theory again, but I saw him run to the ring at WrestleMania 40. He ran worse than I run. Yeah, and I was like,
well,
wow.
Angle talked about this when he came to WWE. He was still working indie stuff, like when he came in like 18.
Yeah.
So he when he was the GM, like his body stiffened up from not wrestling, and that I guess when you're not taking bumps at 40,
because there's all that pressure on your bones builds up like lactic acid or something like that. That's some science talk for me.
Lactic acid. I hate when they catch me lacking in the streets too, when they come up.
Hate when the niggas catch me lacking. It's horrible, completely horrible. But yeah, I was like, wow, because that was the first match I ever saw as a kid. Was him against Big Show at WrestleMania 20.
So, yeah, he's great. I saw him in person against Jericho in 2002 when he was still wearing the trunks.
Oh yeah,
He was wearing purple and yellow trunks. We should watch that SmackDown one day. SmackDown in Wilkes-Barre. It's him versus Jericho. Jericho kicked him in the dick, and he got disqualified.
I saw him at the Rumble in 2018. That was great.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
I can't think of the last time I saw Cena live before that.
Oh, I've seen him a bunch. I've seen him at the I saw him WrestleMania 35 when he came out. He didn't even wrestle, but that was fucking Elias was out there doing his thing, and they played that Babe Ruth video before he came out. The place went nuts.
Yeah.
I was almost in tears. And then I raped him.
Cena, wow.
We got to go to Vegas now, right?
Vegas is a lot of money.
I'm telling
Probably
you.
I can afford. Probably can afford it by then.
You could afford it now.
No, I can't afford it now. But
We'll flight out there will be like $400. We'll get a room. We'll be out there. It's Saturday and Sunday. We'll go out there. We'll stay Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fly back Monday. We'll only have to take off 2 days of work. You could do your job there.
we will see. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. But I'm not
I
going
can't imagine being in Vegas and I go, I have to stay. I have to work for 8 hours. Like honestly, this job I could probably.
The only thing that bothers me about it is I don't want to see wrestling. I hate wrestling fans.
Oh my
I
God.
hate being around
That
wrestling.
AEW show was the worst.
That guy behind me was really bad. That guy behind me was really, really bad. That show was awesome. Like we got upgraded seats and
Great
everything.
seats. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah. Tony Coke. I think Tony Coke might be transphobic.
What did he say? This one's for all the sickos. And it was one of the worst matches I ever saw in my life.
Tony, you'd have to be fucking physically ill to think that was good.
Yeah. What else is going on in the world?
The trans. I didn't get to talk about my genders yet.
Oh, go ahead.
What time is it?
We had 38 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I'm not in a rush.
We have time for you to say all your genders right now.
Oh, we have. All right, yeah. 30. Well, we're at 38 minutes. Do we still have to? Oh, actually, it's our show. We can go as long as we want. So first of all, male. That one's pretty standard. That's the one I was assigned at birth. But it doesn't mean just because I accept other genders now doesn't mean that one's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been thinking of myself not just as different genders but species. I've been thinking of myself as part quail.
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 Why quail?
Well, you know the bird.
Yeah. Why that?
Well,
Why?
because I just think it would be nice to be that gender.
Well, I'm also feeling kind of a species. I'm feeling like a. Don't laugh at this too. It's really serious. Gorilla.
I've always thought that.
I feel like a gorilla right now.
I've always wondered: is Luke an ape?
If you had to choose to be an actual type of primate, what would you choose?
Monkey.
Monkey. You got monkey. You got
I
chimp,
like monkeys.
You got gorillas. You got orangutans.
Now those are my least favorite because they're so feminine.
Which ones?
Orangutan.
Those are my favorite ones. I
Why?
like orangutans a lot.
You like their
I always
racks?
thought they were so cool.
Oh man, yo, they just be sitting.
Yo, they be all hair nigga gorilla, dude. Maybe they be like ginger gorillas.
Yo, but I thought you said that the breed of black guy with orange hair, especially in the beard, is no good. He trouble.
No, that's one of their maintenance guys. The
Yeah,
orange beard dude.
that's why I was hoping.
I honestly, when I saw it, I literally, you're gonna judge me for this, but I thought that looks so fucking cool. I thought that looked so cool.
When you saw that in 2021 or 2 when we moved in, or 2023 when we moved in.
I saw this guy with the orange beard. I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Well, that's been another episode of the Sick.
I don't know why. I was like, I would never do it.
You would do it.
I would do it. I would 100% do it with the bald head.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah, but look,
It looks like Peel look like fucking Mel Harris.
That's Mel right now.
Mel Harris. I want, but we could. We'll censor that. What time? What time are we at? 40 minutes.
Thank you for 40 minutes.
All right. Yeah. I can't believe some of the fucking hairstyles you see now. It's really bad. Women with those fucking mullets now. Miley Cyrus did it a few years ago, and now she's now everybody does it.
It depends. I don't know. I really been like seeing girls. I don't mind girls with short hair, like meaning like
she's got to have a
some of
rack.
them have. I think, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Short hair, you've got to have a rack.
I was gonna say like a buzz cut. That's actually some women can pull it off. Now their tits have to be ginormous. They have a fat ass to match.
Yep.
But like other than that, like, and obviously the most important thing to me is a good looking face.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's why she's the ideal woman.
She is.
Not to me.
She's a queen.
She's the ideal woman for what women want you to like. No, women don't like women like that. They want them to. Women who are pretty never. They just
women who
gas
are
women up.
who are pretty want. They like. This is why all these like trans women and trans women, obese women, women with disabilities, women with disfigurement. They call them beautiful because they want you to think they're beautiful, so that you go out to that. It's a way for them to put those women down.
Yep.
So their stock rises.
Yeah. Well, if they're beautiful, then what are we?
They want you to go. They want to go out with them to places because they makes them look really good.
They're doing a self-serving version of what a person who didn't really care about kids could do at my job.
Agreed.
They see them just like that. They see them as charity cases. They say, "You're so brave to walk around looking the way you do."
They take a picture of in like Mozambique next to a hut, the same way they take a picture next to a obese woman.
Yep. But I'll tell you what, I'll bet the hut smells better. Now, because the hut doesn't have folds.
And the hut has as many black people in it.
None, because they starved. No,
Oh, did you ever see that? I posted on Twitter, but it was like there's a picture of that. You ever see that? It's like a starving African child, with his like ribs exposed. He's like in pain because he hasn't eaten.
Yep, and the vulture.
And the vulture.
Yeah, and the guy takes the picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that the guy just took the picture of it, and I thought that too. But then I realized the kid was beyond saving. Like that's end stage hunger, where like if he drank, he wouldn't be able to handle it. They'd have to give him like IVs and stuff.
Really?
And then the photographer killed himself. It's like, well, then, like a few years later, it's like, well, you could have shot the kid and saved him some of the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you could have made a better meal for the vulture and done it to yourself right there.
So I was saying, like, you got the guy's depressed. I'm like, well, maybe if you helped the kid, you wouldn't have been depressed.
Right, but the kid was beyond helping. You couldn't help him.
What do you mean he couldn't help him?
When a kid's about to starve like that and he looks like that, he's gonna die anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
So if I gave him like a chip. Or
well, he
drink.
took that picture. The kid was gonna be dead within a day. Like
yeah, I read the kid died later on. Like died like 4 years after that.
4 years?
Yeah.
Maybe it was a different kid.
I probably was. How do you know that? How do you know? Really?
Unless you tag.
Oh, he's the one with the bald head with the ribs exposed, with the pot with the
in Africa
bloated stomach. So that went from 4 million to 4 million. So which
I'll tell you where you could find him on one of the many fine showcases at the bars in Philadelphia for open mic comedy. Because he would get a booking there. Starving African Child. Did you ever see Get Him to the Greek with Jonah Hill and fucking Russell Brand?
I've seen trailer for it. I've never seen the movie.
The movie's not that good, but the part that's really good is Russell Brand plays this out-of-touch rock star who makes an album that bombs that's supposed to be like a world coming together album. It's called... No, it's called F... I'd fuck Russell Brand before I'd fuck that Mick pig. But
I was very proud of that line.
But the song's called African Child, and he goes, I have crossed the mystic desert to take pictures of the poor. And there's the one line where he goes, my kitchen's filled with flies. I'm crying out in vain like a little African child. Trapped in me, there's an African child.
That's fucking funny.
And then they get to like the right where there'd be a solo and a normal song. They recorded the whole song. It's on Spotify.
Oh, really?
And they go, Baka nakima, na baka usalama, baka with the pinda, baka with the Africa. It's Russell Brand.
That's so funny.
I know. Katy Perry fucked him and then said, I need some real dick. I'm going to fuck Mayor. But I like that she only fucks racist. That means that she must be racist too.
Yeah, probably like, oh my God.
Katy Perry.
If I was ever like this, I know this has like a 45% chance of happening. But if I was ever in a room naked with Katy Perry and she said a slur, like somebody kill me.
It'd be like Old
my
Faithful
life can't be better than
Yellowstone.
Yeah. Oh my.
Well, you're gonna tell me you don't think Mayor made her say one?
Oh yeah, of course. That's why
The guy who said the N-word in a Playboy interview just to say it, they didn't even prompt him to say it. They said.
So who's like your Mount Rushmore of celebrities? Who's like
hot
your top?
women?
No. Just like I know Mayor's in your top 4.
Well, no, I would. Yeah, I guess he is.
Mayor, Weir.
Yeah, but you can't. You have to put all the dead guys as one because then they'd all take spots.
Okay.
Midland would take one.
What's your Mount Rushmore?
We'll cut that too. What time is that?
46 minutes.
Mayor independent of the dead is still there.
Okay.
Rodgers, Kyrie. Are we counting athletes? They're celebrities.
Yeah. Kyrie's in your top 4 of all time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That shot was the most important shot of our lives.
I didn't even see it.
The one he made over Steph.
I didn't watch the finals. I didn't.
You've seen the highlight.
I've seen the highlight of it, yeah.
Who's that? Look, come do a unit inspection. Come watch me getting fucking.
That was me kicking the box.
Oh, I'm feisty. Then 4th, it's tough. No actors. I don't give a shit.
Wait, so it's Mayor, Kyrie, Rodgers.
Yeah, but it's tough because I would just count without Kyrie and Rodgers, it could be all musicians. Like Clapton could be in there.
Favre.
Brett Favre is my hero. I love Brett Favre. Let's see who else. Any of the Stones, fucking Mick or Keith or Charlie Watts, Charlie Gibson. Who are yours? I'm a bad guy to ask it because I don't put people on pedestals like that.
My top, much more of my favorite people.
Celebrities, yeah.
Trump.
Trump Jr., Ivanka.
God, I don't know. Trump, and Trump, probably. All
Tucker.
Trump. Yeah, Tucker's probably in there.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, but then mine's going to be all political people.
Yeah, but that's what you're interested in. Darren Waller.
Carson Wentz is on that.
Yeah, so Trump, Carson Wentz. I'd say that's accurate.
Carson Wentz definitely is on there.
Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson.
They're not. Punk is definitely on there.
CM Punk.
CM Punk's on there 100%. I got to think of there got to be a black person on the list.
No, there doesn't.
No? Trump, Punk.
Carson Wentz. Slash could be on mine. Axel and Slash, the two of them. Love them. I'm going to see Slash in a few weeks with Kane. You want to come?
I'm okay. I don't like concerts.
I know. That's why I asked. We're going.
I got to think of my last guy. Trump, Punk, Wentz. That is a top. That's probably my top 3.
Yeah, it is. And then you just need a football player. Eckler?
No, Carson Wentz is on my football player.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Clinton?
Bill? Probably not Bill.
All right, that's fair. Chelsea? No.
No, not Chelsea.
She's a woman.
Tay? Maybe Tay.
Tay? If he goes... Pulp Fiction. If he goes to Indochina, I want a fella sitting in a bowl of rice. Mike Rice.
I can't think of a 4th.
There used to be a goalie for the Penguins, a backup, and he's a kind of a journeyman, Ryan Fitzpatrick type, named Thomas Greiss. And Trump, they used to ask him about him. He'd say, "Who's your favorite player?" And I love Tom. I love Mike Greiss. Mike Greiss, folks. That's who I love. Oh man, he's a fucker. So we've retired the fucking end of the show movie gay thing. It's on hiatus. I'm content with that. What should we end the show with today?
Let's do the. We can do come up with a joke to say on stage.
All right, let's come up with it. I like that. What should I'll say it tonight. What should I say?
All right. Well, what's going on? You can do a joke about Biden's performance in the debates.
That's played out.
All right. You can do a joke about the Armenian genocide.
Oh, now see, that's untapped territory here. Unless System of a Down is there, and then they'll say it's cliche.
Wake up, grab a bunch of pull a little makeup.
Why?
Hide the scars to fade away the shakeup. Hide the scars. Hide the.
Why did you leave the keys upon the table? You wanted to. That's in Richard Cheese's version.
I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide.
I like, BYOB, the Bring Your Own Bombs song.
I didn't see it, no.
Everybody's going to the party. Have a real good time. System of the Down.
No, I never listened to that. I listened to that and Is it Toxicity?
Eating seeds is a pastime activity.
I if I had a choice between them or to watch, I'm not a big System of a Down fan, but I like them more than Slipknot.
Oh, I like both. I've seen both of them. Only seen System of a Down once. I've seen Slipknot like half a dozen times.
I like Psychosocial.
Oh yeah, and the rain will kill us all, folks. Throw ourselves against the wall.
Did you see Primus? Ever see Primus live? Did you see him live at that one place?
Not the one you were at. Mark was at the one you were
That's
at.
what it was, yeah.
I saw them live. I saw them in Ohio in
Yeah,
2018.
Mastodon fucking.
I like Mastodon to an
blow
extent.
my fucking brains out.
They just don't play any of their songs that are popular. They think they're too cool for it.
Yeah, and they were like, they was so long.
Their live show is boring.
Oh, it's horrible.
How are the lights? The lights are usually good. I've seen them 3 or 4 times.
I don't remember.
But they're the type of band that so many douchebags like because they're a band that
that's not true. Big Rick Pecoric likes them.
Well, there you go. They're like that, they're like real metal, dude. They're real metal.
Yeah, fucking man.
None of them can sing. The drummer can sing, Bran. He's actually a really good singer. But like people,
how are they real? They're not real metal. Are they really real metal? People
yeah, they have some albums that metal people really like. The Blood and Thunder, the song. What was that on? That was on
Another one that goes,
Leviathan.
Know yourself, gonna show exactly what you're made.
Show Yourself.
Show Yourself.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
I like that song.
Yeah, it's
that one. You'd say that's metal.
No, that song's not. They have a couple songs on every album that aren't, but then they don't play them.
What's real metal? I like Sabbath. Is that?
It's Black Sabbath. They're thought of as like the George Washington of metal. They're the archetype. Yeah, the people that like the Goodfellas and the Godfather of metals, like metal in terms of like what's revered. Mm-hmm. The first 4 Metallica albums, really, it should be the first 5. People act like they're too cool for fucking Enter Sandman. You know, the song that got metal into stadiums.
Yeah, but, really. Yeah, that's one of the best songs ever.
But I mean, of course I'm sick of it. I watch sports, but you can't act like the album was never good. Yeah. The Black Album, it's really good. Of course, you'd probably love it.
I do like that album though. I love Metallica. I like Sabbath more.
Me too. Sabbath, and then 10 years after them was Maiden and Judas Priest were really big. Then a few years after that, Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, then Pantera in the 90s.
Pantera's great.
Pantera's fucking awesome, dude. They're really. I'm not gonna go see the version of them they have now without the 2 brothers that are dead. What happened? The one brother got shot on stage.
Dimebag Darrell.
Yeah, he got playing with a different band, Damage Plan. He got shot on stage. And the cop who fucking shot the guy who shot him's last name is Niggemeyer.
Really? Mark Niggemeyer, all the way from comedy to shooting.
Steve Kane says he's a boomer. I remember according to his Philly's Funniest Flyer.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know Starmer was on Philly's
And then
Funniest.
The Poser.
Yeah.
Our friend Steve Kane, former guest of the show, he put his Philly's Funniest night. He made a flyer with a bunch of the people who were on it with him, and he doesn't know who they are for the most part, but he wrote a bunch of like psychopath. Like he wrote like fake things under them, like joking, like like being as if he's way too into it. And he wrote Poser under one. He didn't do it on purpose, but it happened to be a trans comedian. He wrote Poser. So he's accurate.
Did he apologize? He should apologize.
No, he shouldn't apologize.
I know.
You do it a bit. All right. Do we have anything else before? What do we have? 50 minutes?
Yeah.
We'll go a little under today, if you're all right with it.
I don't care. We can stop now if you want to.
Alan, say good night, Alan. Good night, Alan. All right. Thank you.
What a jokester. Take care.
Good night, Linda.